Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. I want to show you how to quickly make a takedown arrow for your bug out bag. So what you're going to need for this is some bolt cutters, a file, some oil, could be WD-40 or gun oil. You're going to need a tape measure. You're going to need either a threaded rod, which is 8-32, or a 1.5 inch screw, which is 8-32. You can find these at any hardware store. And the rod or screw should match your inserts, I should say. So most inserts fit the 8x8-32 screw. Some won't. So just make sure, maybe go grab an insert first of the inserts that you're going to be using for your arrows and bring those to the hardware store and then just test it on the screws they have there to make sure it's a nice snug fit. You're also going to need a hacksaw or some kind of saw to cut the arrow, and of course you're going to need the arrow itself. This is a carbon arrow. It's sized for my recurve bow. So that's what you need. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is measure the length of our arrow. So this arrow is 29 inches long from approximately 29 inches, a little over 29, from right before where the knock screws in and right before where the field point screws in up here. I don't think you can quite see that on the camera. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a little mark right around the 14.5 zone. 14.75, and that's where we're going to cut our arrow in half. This isn't rocket science. It's not very complicated. But you want to do this gently so that you don't, cause any splints in the arrow. Be gentle and be patient with it. Now what we want to do is just file down the end a bit. Just clean out the inside there so there's no burrs. Done deal. So we got that. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, you're going to need archer's glue. Let me just see if I can find some. Now you can use this or you can use super glue. It's up to you. So what we're going to have to do next. Now typically I'm just going to show you here these inserts. The whole idea, what we're trying to go for, is we're going to put these inserts in there. And we're going to put one in there. Get these inserts screwed together like that. So we're going to use a screw to join these, but first we have to glue these in there. What we're going to do is we're just going to apply a generous amount of glue, and this will work fine. It will take a while for the glue to set, so I'll have to turn the video off and get back to this later. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm putting the glue on here. I apply it generously. This stuff dries pretty fast when it's exposed to air, but once you get it in there, just kind of work it in a little bit and make sure you get it off your hands relatively quickly, or else okay, one more. Folks, the glue has dried on the arrow, so that's firmly glued in there now. Can't move it. You can use either the screw or the threaded rod. Now I've made one from a screw before, so I'm going to try the threaded rod this time. It needs to be a little less than 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut it here. walk in the park. Now I could use my grinder to grind that down on the end there, because that's gonna be a problem. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly file it down a bit, and then what I mean by that is just take that and grind that sharp edge off of there, the file, and I'll be right back. Alright folks, we got her done. So we have the screw, which is going to combine the inserts and connect them and bridge the gap here between the two arrows. But what I want to do, we could just stick this in there, screw it halfway in one side and halfway in the other. But just to make a more sort of secure fit, what I want to do is glue the screw into one insert, one half of it. That way what you're going to have, you're going to have something like this. I won't screw it all the way in, but you'll have your takedown arrow ready to be screwed together. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that muck. I am just going to, if you could see that there. So I'm going to pour a little bit of glue down there. Just enough to make this adhere. So, got to get it in there quick because I don't want it to dry, and this glue is very quick drying when exposed to air. As you can see here, that glue held that screw in there pretty nice. It's not really moving, and it's still sort of drying a little bit, but I can sort of demonstrate the screw-in process for you right now. And so let's just get it in there. If it's going to fit nice and snug. And so we got about 1.5 inches of bridge between the two sides, and that's firm. And so what I'm going to do is just to demonstrate on a 50-pound recurve bow what this thing can do. Just wanted to add, for the purpose of this demonstration, we're going to be using the PSC Mustang takedown recurve with the homemade bowstring made out of fishing line, as I've demonstrated before. Alright, let's try it from I don't know, about 10 yards. Back it up a bit here. Try to get a nice full draw. Yes, I'm shooting inside the house, in the basement. Big deal. Not bad. Didn't really go full draw. So what I'll do is I'll go and pull it, and then I will try the shot again. The takedown arrow at 10 yards. This time we're going to go full draw. Let's see what kind of penetration power we can get on a 50-pound recurve bow with the takedown arrow. Not really going for accuracy with this shot. Just going to go full power. Not bad. And I actually didn't even... I kind of shied away from full draw there at the last moment, just because it is a takedown arrow, and you know, I don't want an arrow through the hand. Now, hopefully that won't happen, but as you can see, easily a good maybe 8, even 8.5, 9 inches of penetration, and this isn't an easy backstop to penetrate. Okay guys, so our arrow has held up very well to the testing, and I'm very impressed with it. Now we can take it apart. That rattling you hear is actually the field point. Now that's securely in there. Now, one thing I want to say about all this is that do this at your own risk. I can't be held liable for any injuries that you would sustain should you not do this properly and should the arrow break on you or something to that effect. So at your own risk, and I don't want anybody to get hurt, so make sure you double check and triple check the integrity of your arrow and the integrity of your build here. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think. I'm by no means the first person to do this method of takedown arrow. There are a couple other videos that do it. I've just sort of attempted it myself here and combined a bit of knowledge of various people in order to bring you this presentation. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.